2:09 to play. Can Bismarck pull a miracle out? Carlo fires it up to the timeline. Austin for the win. Short. And the Century Patriots are your WDA champions. 62-61.
What a ball game.
The slugfest goes the way of the Patriot.
Here's Kinnebrew in space. Gibby Kinnebrew goes up. Oh, send it home, Gibson Kinnebrew.
Now Kalik back to Slack. Slam dunk.
This lane on the other end. Garrett goes up. Oh! Send it home, Garrett.
Earlier today, before the crowds arrived, an empty Bismarck Event Center filled with stillness and potential. Drone footage from PSP's Dallas Hansen shows a sanctuary free of even the sound of a bouncing ball. Sense of escape, a quiet environment representing the work that happens far from the spotlight. Fast forward 12 hours later and the stillness is gone, but the potential remains. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2026 Boys WDA Basketball Championship. It's our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show inside of a packed Bismarck Event Center. This place is going to be electric tonight. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, timely services that don't slow you down. 15-minute oil changes, locations in Minot and Bismarck. Find them online at VIOC. The matchup that everybody wanted to see. The Century Patriots, 20-3. The Bismarck Demons, 22-1. The 1 seed versus the 2 seed, the rubber match in a highly anticipated matchup. The talk of the town, partner, the Demons and the Patriots for the WDA title. Let's get it on.
Well, TD, we got one of the best rivalries in North Dakota State basketball, and you take a look at these two teams, and everybody was predicting these two teams to have a head-on collision in this West Region Championship game. Rematch of last year where the Patriots outlasted the Demons 62-61 on a free throw by their leader, Drew Kemple, with 1.9 seconds left. And I got a feeling, TD, it's going to come down to the final seconds again tonight because these two teams are so closely matched. We got a good one in front of us.
Century, the defending WDA and state champs. Bismarck High, the king of the regular season, riding a 11-game winning streak. Yeah, this one's going to be fun. Let's get to some of the particulars right away. The tail of the tape. Feels like a prize fight, but probably because it probably is a prize fight. Number 1 Bismarck, number 2 Century. You see the records. The Demons got more points per game, but Century gives up less. And then the field goal percentages, the 3-point percentages, and then the titles. Century with 14 WDA titles, and the Demons with 11. I like the points, and I like the points against. Points for Bismarck, points against for Century.
Yeah, I talk about, when I'm looking at this, TD, I look at styles make fights. How many times we talk about this? Bismarck High's high-octane, number 1 offense, 90 points a game you show right there. And the Demons, or the Century Patriots, that tight, specific, hard-nosed defense, just giving up 50 points a game. What's going to give today? Tempo, timing, it's all going to matter tonight, Todd.
There's your WDA championship tail of the tape, brought to you tonight by Bismarck State College, North Dakota's Polytechnic institution. All right, let's get to some of the particulars. Chuck, first for the Century Patriots. Guys have been doing some heavy lifting for a couple years now for Century. None other than Kinnebrew, Nisley, and Kramer.
Well, you take a look at these guys. Each team has star power, and I think that says a lot about these two teams. You got to have finishers. You got three guys right there that can finish when you need it down the stretch. Last year they had Kemple when they needed a basket. He gave it to him. Well, any of these three guys can score. You see Gibby Kinnebrew, the second highest total in semis history in West Region at 32 points. And Garrett Nisley, 22 points in the quarterfinals. And then Camden Kramer. Just the return alone is enough, TD, to put smiles on the faces of the Patriots. He's had 6 of 8 from the three-point line in this tournament so far.
Yeah, there's your Century win, copy, paste. The Patriots' big three. See Garrett Nisley warming up. It's had a great tournament. Gibson Kinnebrew has been just money. Patriots getting productions up and down that lineup for head coach Darren Mattern. Let's talk about Jordan Wilhelm and some demon dominance. And these three guys have been electric. And the one thing I want to point out about the gentleman on the right, Weston Scott, he's the one guy who didn't play in the lone loss that the Demons had this year at Lynette Olson Gymnasium at Century High School. Scott out of the lineup, and so he's been back, and since the Demons have not lost.
Yeah, both Weston Scott and Kenyatta White hurt their ankles, missed that game against the Patriots that the Patriots won, but obviously Coach Wilhelm isn't making any excuses. You got guys right here, speaking of star power, TD, you got demon dominance right here with Artie Carlo, number 1 in the West Region in shooting threes, 60 of them that he's made, not to mention in the top 10 in scoring. And Kalik Austin, the super sophomore, number 2 in steals. This guy is going to get steals, and he's going to get transition points, and he's going to do it all, and he can finish. And then you got a guy that's been hurt the last couple of years. Huge to have him back in Weston Scott. He is an absolute difference maker. 26 points last time these two teams played, leading the state or the West Region assists at 4 a game.
It's our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Timely services. Stay in your car for a drive-through oil change locations in Minot and Bismarck. Find them online at VIOC.com. Hey, look, I see 2 of my former college roommates, John Jablonski and Darren Mattern, in the same shot right there. How ironic is that? All right, Chuck, let's jump right into our Northern Plains Heating and Air keys to the game tonight. You can call Dylan today, 222-2155. At Northern Plains Heating and Air, make sure that furnace and AC is ready for the winter and spring months ahead. First off, for the Bismarck, the Century Patriots, let's talk about tempo, Chuck.
Well, it's one thing that Patriots are going to do is they're going to control the pace. They're going to control the tempo. They're comfortable playing fast or slow, but I got a feeling today they're going to want to keep it slow. They're going to want to keep that in second gear, but there's times they're going to push it too, so they've got to be in control of that tempo today. That's our Northern Plains key for the Patriots.
And for the Bismarck Demons, this sounds odd because they want to play so fast, but patience.
And I say patience because the Patriots are going to slow you down, and you and I both have been in those situations, Todd, where you get frustrated and you try to speed up and you try to do things maybe out of sorts. Don't rush your shots. Create their pace with defense. Be patient and be fast when you can.
And there's your Northern Plains Heating and Air keys to the game today. Find them online at northern-plains.com. Call Dylan today, 222-2155. All right, fans, the lineups, the tip, the Demons, and the Patriots coming up next for the WDA Boys Championship.
$9.99 lunch specials? That's right, $9.99 from 11 to 2. Come dine for just $9.99. Short on time? Order online. Still just $9.99. Stop by and check out Wing City's new menu items as well. Remember, come dine for $9.99. Short on time? Order online. Still only $9.99. Enjoy a lunch so fine for only $9.99. Wing City, for the best wings in Bismarck.
It's time to go green and go Mystic. With a real college experience in the heart of the capital city, we do college right. We're hands-on learning and real-world training, and we're right on the money. We are Bismarck State College. We are Mystic Nation.
Your alternating starting lineups being introduced on the court. Xavier Haroldstad, starting forward for Century. Grant Bieber, senior, both seniors, those two gentlemen for the Demons. There you get Braylon Aldinger, I beg your pardon. And the smooth operator, Artie Carlo, introduced next. Patriots be the road team today in the blue and the white and red uniforms. Demons in the home whites and the maroon. There you get the human highlight reel, Gibson Kinnebrew. What a tournament that young man has been put together. I don't see anything really on the wrist, so it came down on that hard yesterday.
That left wrist, yep.
And there you see Tadarion Slack. Garrett Nisley, that fourth starter for the Century Patriots, the senior. Weston Scott, the lone underclassman out there first for Bismarck High School. The junior spark plug for the Demons. And the big fella, Joey Kralik, your senior center for the Century Patriots. Coming right into your living room, how about that? And Kalik, the freak, Austin, your starter for the Bismarck Demons. Head coach Jordan Wilhelm, head coach Darren Mattern. As we get set for basketball, thanks again to Valvoline Instant Oil Change, bringing you our pregame show. Timely services that don't slow you down. 15-minute oil changes, locations in Minot and Bismarck. Find them online at VIOC.com. All right, looks like Dallas Hansen has found the Bismarck Demon nuts in the Demon student section.
Thanks, fellas. Coach Wilhelm looking for this big WDA title. I got some guys behind me that have been loud all day. I'm going to ask them a simple question. All right, you ready? 3, 2, 1. Are the Demons going to win? Are the Demons going to win the WDA? Let's go, fellas. It's electric.
Oh, do you think Dallas Hansen's having any fun at the WDA?
That's what he loves doing right there, TD. Getting in the middle of the kids, the student sections.
Let's jump it up and play WDA championship basketball. Central have the basketball first. Poked out of bounds. Touched last by the Demons. This place is buzzing.
One of these things I want to look at, too, is the matchups initially, too, Todd. Who's going to guard Kinnebrew? Who's going to guard Nisley?
Looks like Kalik Austin has the early assignment on Gibson Kinnebrew. Weston Scott will be checking Garrett Nisley. Demons come out man-to-man. Post up for Nisley. Couple bounces. It's ratcheted away from him, taken away. And here comes Weston Scott cruising into the front court, but he came up short. Century's got a 3-on-1 coming. They bounce it down low. Haroldstad gets it to Kralik. That's off the 10. Rebound to Kalik Austin. Century back. It's a 2-on-2, maybe a 3-on-2. Oh, Tadarion went up high and tried to throw it down hard, but it went off of his hand.
Tried to do the one-handed dunk right there as set it up on a 3-on-2 fast break. Just a little bit too high. Needed two hands there, TD.
You think that would have got the party started in a hurry here? Demons will extend some pressure. Century's the team that wants to slow it down. They want a couple ball swings, let the shot clock drip down, and then go into attack mode. Kinnebrew pulls up free throw line. That's wide right.
He came out last night on fire, had 13 points in the first, I think, 6 minutes of the game.
Artie Carlo gets around the defense. Teardrop, middle of the paint, count it.
That's pretty. Little meandering in the lane there, TD, and a pull-up inside the free throw line for Artie Carlo.
Ball gets tipped out of bounds. We can tell you today's game brought to you in part by Wing City Sports Bar and Grill, your destination for the best wings in Bismarck. Check out the always made fresh wings and their mouth-watering smash burger lineup. Bismarck State College brings you today's game. 100 career pathways, 14 bachelor's degrees, as now a steal turns into a layup for Weston Scott.
And this is what Bismarck does. They put that full court pressure on you from the tip-off to the end of the game.
And Century chucks one out of bounds.
Turnovers to transition points. The Demons have done all year.
Bismarck State with 14 bachelor's degrees, associate's degrees, certificate options. No better time to become a Mystic. Find them online at bismarckstate.edu. Pull up for Kalik Austin on the right side. Century back with Kinnebrew. 4-0 Demons on top in your BNC Bank scoreboard. Your life's busy. They make managing money easy at BNC. You can find them online at bnc.bank. Haroldstad wants it from downtown. No good. Kenyatta White with a big boy rebound there. I find that I have a lot more time to read ads when Century has the basketball.
Yeah, they're going to take their time.
Carlo pull-up, free throw line. That was a little short. Rebound cleared by Haroldstad. Century in the middle of the floor, now to Aldinger. Najee Boyd is out there. We mentioned Kenyatta White. Substitutes come in early for the Demons. Century, we played almost 3 minutes, still looking for their first points. Nisley from the left wing. And a surprise.
Ooh, there's a grab.
Double team, and it's going to be a foul on Nisley.
You know, one thing too, Todd, this late in the season, they've seen each other twice, but they've seen each other so many times on film. And that Ryan Family Dealership replay, they're jumping stuff. They're doing different things after watching film. You know they've saved some stuff for this special moment.
Prairie Coatings and People's State Bank bring you tonight's game, along with Selly Family Dental as well, thanks to all of our PSP Plus sponsors. Thanks to you for getting a subscription and joining us tonight. Kalik goes to the shake and bake. Rebound tipped in by Bieber.
I think he went up to catch that one, Todd, and he didn't grab it, but it went straight up and fell in.
Bismarck High out to a quick 6-0 lead. The one thing you don't remember about the Demons, they scored 90 points tonight, but they give up just 60. That's number 2 in the league. Haroldstad, shot fake, and he's fouled.
Good head and shoulder fake there by Xavier Haroldstad.
Got Kalik Austin off of his feet.
He's really elevated his game. He's played a lot more minutes, you know, since Camden Kramer got hurt. That was back on January 6th. He's one of the guys who probably picked up, you know, 5 to 10 minutes a game.